Hey, y'all, are we good? Could y'all hear me? I mean, just make sure y'all can hear me. Can somebody jump on the feed and let me know if you can hear me or not? Do I have to rewind this back for y'all one more again? Are we good? It's always Sabir Bay's feed. So hold up. Hold up. Should I do sign language? Can y'all hear me? Now, I don't know. This is technology, y'all. So I don't even know what's happening. So now I can. I didn't hear you. Really? Well, let me see something, bro. Give me 1 second. That's kind of weird. Just rewind it from the top. I don't know what just happened. I don't know what just happened because these motherfuckers be playing. So we're gonna take it from the top one more time, y'all. Yeah. Take it from the top. It happens. Yeah. And yo, the things I seen in life will make you choke by surprise, like an aborted fetus in a jar that opened its eyes, provoking my demise and leave your spirit broken inside, like the feeling of 50 million people hoping you die. And niggas wonder why my heart is full of hatred and anger, cause some bitch killed my firstborn son with a coat hanger. I strangled out the pain until my soul was empty and cold, crippled and worthless, so I thought it could never be sold. From my faith in God was the answer. But then I hated God because he gave my mother cancer. Slow like the feds did to the Black Panthers. The genesis of genocide is like a pagan religion, carefully hidden, woven into the holidays of a Christian. I had a vision of nuclear holocaust on top of me, and this is prophecy. The words that I speak from my lungs, the severed head of John the Baptist, speaking in tongues like Che Guevara. My soliloquy speak to a gun. Have you ever seen that head of John the Baptist right here, y'all? Look how it was spelled, Juan. Have you ever saw that? Come on, keep to the tape. Let's go back. Have you ever seen that? John the Baptist speaking in tongues like Che Guevara. My soliloquy speak to a gun. Pain is slow motion like trees that reach for the sun. Nigga, the preaching is done. Cause I got a DJ like Reverend Run. I curse the life for any man who kills benevolent ones. I never asked to be the messenger, but I was trying to speak the word of every African slave dumped in the ocean, stolen by America, buried and frozen. And out of the history books, your children are until bleeding, cold-blooded, stripped of emotion. I go through the motions, but there's no light in my eyes. It's like I'm hooked up to a respirator, waiting to die. Hooked up to the fucking chair, waiting to fry. Soothing electrocution, currently using my execution. Producing thoughts at the speed of light. Burning confusion, I'm losing my sight. Breathing is tight, the evening is white. I made my peace with the Lord, and now I stand on his right. Death is another part of life. My last words, I'm having difficulty breathing, dying on the inside, internally bleeding, angel of death. Driving me away while I'm sleeping, watching my world crumble in front of me, searching for meaning. These are my last words. I'm having difficulty breathing, dying on the inside, internally bleeding, angel of death. Driving me away while I'm sleeping, watching my world crumble in front of me, searching for meaning. What up, Ty?
I'm good. How are you?
Nothing, man. It's I always wake up and it's always I can have something planned and actually do something totally different. That's how I used to do it on the radio. I would write stuff down, and actually, I wouldn't follow the script. I guess that's what happened with me on Revolt T. I was on Revolt as a guest one time, and they gave me a script. I gave the script back to them. I said, I can't follow scripts. It's fuck. So I'll be writing stuff down. It's weird because in my crazy head, I'll be trying to remember so freaking much, right? So much in my head. And I know some people say that's a bad thing, but
it could be a good thing. Depends.
It's not a bad thing. Like
I mean,
jazz.
some people would say, because this is the weird part. A lot of people are colonized. A lot of y'all are colonized, straight up.
True that. Mm-hmm.
So what am I saying is, right? So I played that song because that song just came out of nowhere. I'm gonna be real with you. I kept playing it in my head, and I kept saying, "What is he talking about? What is Tech saying in this song?" Right? So, have you ever saw the head of John the Baptist? There it is, right there. Didn't he just say that in the song about the head of John the Baptist? This is the weird part, right? Now, let me ask y'all this question: have y'all ever saw this before? Let me give you another view. I got videos of this. And do anybody knows where this is at?
No, I don't.
Now, this is I really, because the reason why I'm doing this, bro, I did a class yesterday with a brother, and he kept saying something about Arabs and what Arabs are and what Arabs look like and what Arabs this and I actually sent them to show. He could jump on his feed too. The brother Lagusa, he wrote these books on Ethiopia. But the crazy part is I'm pissed off, man, because I had to buy some more memory. I couldn't even save that class last night, so I had to buy more memory. This is why I said I can't work for free. That's why I asked y'all to pitch in. I had to buy more memory. I had to get at least 2 terabytes. I actually had to get 2 terabytes. So when I do my Zoom classes, I can literally download them, and then I can put them out. My iCloud. It's weird as hell, man, the way this technology is. So I was up, brother, till 3 or 4 or 5 in the morning, literally, because I don't have nobody working on stuff for me. And over here, niggas make stuff look real pretty, and I work. It's hands on, bro. So I was trying to figure that out last night after I did the class, and I might do a class tonight or tomorrow. It depends. So the weird part, and I know some of y'all late, that's why I kept playing the songs so y'all can get everybody to get on the feed. So anybody want to rebut what I'm saying, you got less than 5 minutes to gather all your thoughts, all your paperwork. The key would be you cannot use Wikipedia. No wiki. Okay? So, yes, that's in Spain, brother. It was in Seville, Spain. It's easy to say Spain because y'all know I'm always in Spain. But it was in Seville, Spain, in the cathedral. So that's the head of John the Baptist. You know the crazy part? Did you grow up a Catholic, brother? Most of us grew up as Catholics.
No, I was Baptist.
Oh, my mother, you know what's funny? My mother was a Baptist. My father was a Catholic. So my mother became Catholic because of my father. But either or. But this is me inside the cathedral. Nigga, you wrong for that, Sabir. You wrong for that. This is in Seville. Nigga, I thought you was a Muslim. I am a Muslim. And so is a Christian. So is a Catholic. All of y'all, even a Jew. So what do you mean by that, Sabir? What do you mean by this? This is the crazy part about how people want to sit up here and say people are falling behind Arabs, right? Not realizing every last one of you black people are falling behind Europeans. Yeah, you are. You dress like him. You speak like him. You see, you got degrees. All of these things are not African, B. It's not. I don't care which way you want to flip it. Now, I told you got 5 minutes to rebut what I'm saying. But the reality is they really are following. They are the culture vultures. Now, y'all don't probably know where I'm going at with this, but I just want you to think about it for 1 second, right? Majority of y'all are, 99% of them, thinks like them. So I'm inside, this is in the cathedral, bro. And this is in the cathedral in Seville, Spain. Y'all saw me do that in France when I was at the cross too, right? Because, we went to Catholic school. What did we do? We went, before we got into the pew, we went like this. I'm a lion. Y'all remember those Catholic days. Some of y'all are still Catholics, right? So Jesus was a Muslim too. And Jesus bowed his head. Even in the Bible, Jesus said there's only one that's good. I don't get into religion, but Jesus said that too. So he didn't say he was God, not at all. He said there's one that is good, and that is God. So Jesus believed in the one God also. You just a messenger. This European, I told my sister Taisha this today. I said, go down and find out where was the Bible translated at. It's in Philadelphia, people. It's called the Bible Society. Go look it up online. It's in Philadelphia. Philadelphia got a lot of history there, B. A lot of history. That would make it Muslims, Christians. That I just said that. Why do people come on my feed late? Didn't I just say that, Tariq? Didn't I just say a Muslim and a Christian didn't I just say they're all Muslims, right? Or do people here have selective hearing on what I just said? Because I'm pretty sure I just said it. Not even 5 minutes ago, I said it. And this is why I said people want to hear what they want to hear. I literally just, and if anybody ever really followed me, you would know. I always say that. That will make Muslims. I got it. That's okay. I'm an excommunicated, laugh a lot. Yo, RC, let me say this real quick. I don't want to, I just got another phone call today too from a sister was telling me about her mother, man, about having cancer. Now, I lost my mother and my father to cancer. I was there when my mother died, and I was there when my father died. Let me share this with you. And I was great, and I glad RC. Hope you can come on here, brother. But I tell people this: get the freak out of the United States, people. Get out this motherfucker. Leave. Go eat healthy. Straight up. I lost my mother to cancer and my father to cancer. And my sister was talking about, you know how hospitals say they're going to send a person home. And this is why I wanted to go here with this, because I want y'all to hear me out. I was talking to my brother RC, and I feel my brother RC, and I feel my sister that called me today, and we were talking. I lost my mom. I was with her. I found my father when he was there. They brought him home. So what the hospital does, what the doctors do, they don't know shit. And if we actually based education on the way people write, the most worst people will be the doctors. If we based it on writing, because they can't write. If I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. But if we study true medicine, real medicine, as in guys like Avicenna, which they call him Ibn Sina, right? Bear with me. Muslim. A Muslim. Why don't we know about Ibn Sina, bro? This is his real name. Avicenna is his Latin name. Just bear with me 1 second. I'm going to explain something to y'all. Why nobody talks about Avicenna or Ibn Sina in the medical field? Bear with me 1 second. Why? Why is it that all these people know? This whole medical thing is based around money, B. I got mad at the doctors because they told my mother when she was dying, they said it was bad luck. No, it's the food that we're eating over a period of time, and it piles up. Even if you're vegan, I'm gonna be real with you, in the United States. If you are vegan in the United States, it's very, very hard because you can still come up because the chemicals from the aluminum foil, freaking aluminum period, women wearing bras with aluminum in it, aluminum underneath of it, deodorant. So it's very hard for people to even be vegans here. And on top of that, imagine a person that's not even a vegan eating all this bullshit. Think about it. So they was telling me that my mom, it was bad luck. But they send people home. How many people experience that with their parents? They send them home on hospice. You know that's an Arabic word too, right? You do know that, right? Hospice. Did y'all know that? But they flip everything. Where do you think the word hospice come from? It's hospitality. Hospitality. Right? Research it. Because if you study the Muslims in the medical field, we always made sure people was okay. It was like we took care of them. Hospitality, like when you come into a place, hospitality, right? So they send people home, say with nothing else we can do, nothing else we can do, nothing else we can do. I'm showing y'all something to show you how colonized we truly are. And if I'm wrong, you got 5 minutes to come. Do you know, bro, the majority of the stuff that we're using, and honestly, if you're not even eating, trying to eat healthy, you can tell people got worms and everything up in their brain right about now. So if you travel, get out of here, right? Stress-free, because this place will kill you. Stress it cause cancer too. But the word cancer comes from a German word. It's called crab. You ain't got to believe me. Look it up. It's just the breakdown of the immune system. That's all it really is. You got to leave this motherfucker because mentally it can cause cancer too in the brain. Trying to keep up with something. So as I'm looking at, and I feel my brother and I feel my sister about their parents. And a lot of our parents have passed away because of these things, because of cancer, straight up. And when I was overseas, they was telling me that the United States is the most unhealthiest people in the world. I knew this already. So if you are a vegan or a vegetarian, it's very, very, very hard to be that way, being here, because we're looking at stuff every day poisoning us. So you need some type of spiritual guidance or somewhere. Y'all need something. But the crazy part is we're living in this European's world. What do you mean by that, Sabir? You dress like him, you speak like him. So when people say that you're trying to be like Arabs, no, the Arabs, the pale-faced people that y'all see today tried to be like us. And we're being like Europeans. Let me give you another one. Let me show you how crazy we are, bro. I know this is not for some people. It's for the weak, not even for the weak heart. Do you know, even from the education system to the way we speak, all of that is still from the Europeans? Do you know the little strip on the back of a debit card, credit card, whatever card, what do you call it? Debit card, credit cards, what else they use? Debit card, credit cards, EPT cards, whatever, right? So what's up, brother RC?
What's up,
RC?
yeah.
Good. Yes, sir. So
Hey, not
let
too
me
much.
see. I'm good, man. I was just talking about you and my sister. I was just speaking about today, man, about living here and how what it does to our people. But let me share this with y'all real quick. Let me show you something that you may or may not heard of. Look at this. This man gets millions just from imagine that everybody, get your black conscious people in the cipher. Everybody that has a debit card, credit card, whatever card, this man gets a lot of money from. Hold up. Let me show you who he is. Did you know him? Nobody even knows this motherfucker. Everybody got a credit card, debit card in their motherfucking pocket. Every time you swipe the back of that motherfucking card, I told you, I brought this up years ago. He gets paid, and his children get paid, and his children's children get paid. Every time you swipe that motherfucker in the back of it, how many people know about him? He's 80 years old. So don't come to me telling me about white supremacy and a white man. Nigga, he's getting paid every time. So they just had, see, this is what these big business people read, since we so smart. The big business people read these things right here. Right? They read and see who these people are. So he is the one made the magnetic strip. And I don't know if y'all remember me telling you about this a while ago. So everybody that got, if you want to really be off the grid and pro-black and all this other crazy stuff, get rid of your debit cards and your credit cards. Just get rid of it. Just throw it out the door. Let's see how many of these black conscious people would do that one. Come on. Now, I don't talk like that, but I understand the game, okay? So all the people that keep talking about economics, brother, we need economics. Oh, we got to get it. No, brother, there it is right there, because all y'all got debit cards in your pocket. Or a credit card in your pocket. And every time you swipe the card, they get percentage of this. So let's think about how you going to talk to me for a minute, RC. How you going to escape that motherfucker? He's having a problem because they had the chip now. I think they still got the strip on the back of it, and he's still getting paid. That's generational wealth, ain't it? I believe that's generational wealth, right? So this is because we truly don't have knowledge of who we are. So just imagine they switched places with all of y'all. So anybody that sit up here and say that the Arabs running around here, we trying to be like Arabs, nah, bro. Black people are culture vultures because you in somebody else's culture. And this is the type of conversation y'all don't want to have. Y'all better read. Whoever determines the truth from the people alone will remain lost in the plains of the bewilderment. Rather know the truth, and you will know its people. Do you know who this person is? Either one of y'all on this feed? Now, mind you, I was doing this last night. Do you know who that is, brother RC?
Nah, who's that?
Have you ever heard of him?
I haven't.
Al Ghazali.
Now I'm gonna show you the mindset, how I am. Never saw that quote before, right? Here you go, right here. He was talking about God, the existence of God. If I can play the video for y'all, I told y'all I could do a whole class on this one. So this is why I'm pulling these things out to show you everything is coming from Islam. Islam, baby. So let me see if I can play the video for him for y'all real fast, okay? Let's see if the YouTube will let it rock. Okay. I know this is a very, very hard pill to swallow for some of us, but anyway, we're gonna work it out. Let me show you where he's from, first of all. This is where he's from. 1 second. Iran. And they were so, brother, they're not us, brother. They're the white man. There was no such thing as no white man, bro. There was no such thing as no white man. So this is, I had a conversation, right? So I showed you the book, right? So the crazy part is, I had a discussion, I had a class last night. And the brother kept saying over and over and over, somebody kept trying to switch it into saying Arabs as is Arabs is white people. No, they're not white people. There was no such thing as white people. None. But let me see if I can play this video. This is so dope. So bear with me, y'all, and I'm gonna walk y'all to it because y'all believe in the TV Arabs. This is what we've been taught. TV Arabs. And I had to go look up this dude right here. This is, I had to go look him up. Let me see if I can pull this guy's up. Yo, he got some stuff, bro. Like he passed away though. This guy right here. See, I researched authors too. I researched what they researched. That's him. He passed. He was born in 1935. He passed 2017 at 81. So he wrote
That's
many.
crazy.
What?
That was my aunt's name.
Huh?
That was my aunt's name, Shaheen.
Yeah, ain't this crazy? But we don't want this type of talk. We don't want to get behind it. We don't
She
want
was
to
from
support.
Iran.
Ain't that crazy? But this dude
Mm-hmm.
wrote these books, and I'm gonna show you something else that he wrote. And as I'm going through this last night, I'm like trying to put this puzzle together to make it make sense. And I'm like, God damn. Think about it for a minute. And I'm sitting here, and if I say, yo, this will help you, this will help you, this will help you, that will help you. No, nigga, we gotta go get you practicing licensed medicine without a license. Nigga, you don't need no license. That's actually the license is actually to regulate you. And they get it, it's a tax thing. It's a tax thing, people. And it's to regulate you. I don't care which ways I flip this, bro. I swear to God, no matter which way I flip it, these Negroes in the States, because they've been conditioned, is to say, well, brother, you need this. Do you know if you went to Africa and Morocco, you know they got doctors in there? You think them niggas got licenses? They're herbalists. Go into the Medinas in any of these particular places. These dudes are herbalists. So
Yeah, that's how Dr. Sebi was too.
Herbalists, right? So they had to
Yeah.
get rid of the herb part and give you the chemicals. If I'm wrong, I told you to bring it. That's why you know nothing about Ibn Sina or Avicenna. Why you think we don't know anything about these people? If you even read his book, he has many books, The Canon of Medicine, right?
Mm-hmm.
Every herb is in these books. Why do you think doctors have to go to the computer to figure out what it is? They ask you what's wrong. They be like, what's your problem? Nigga, I'm coming to you. Shit. But let me show you something. And this is why they keep this away from our people. And you got stupid, silly ass black conscious people want to argue talking about, well, you trying to be Arab. Well, we not Arabs. The Arabs enslaved African. We are Arabs. But I'm gonna see if I can with you for 1 second. I want y'all to sit back, but if you really read his books,
العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين.
think about it. Listen to this. critical importance. Pay attention, y'all.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. It's my great honor and pleasure to introduce
Goodness.
our brother Hamza Yusuf, whom we all know and love. And we are so fortunate to have him here with us in Louisville.
Destroyed the
I
idols.
like him though, but that's not the one. But look what, hold up, but bear with me.
Hi, it's Nancy Pelosi.
You're
I
behind.
know that working families across our country are counting on our House Democrats
Shut
to
your mouth.
reclaim the House majority so we can continue delivering for everyday Americans.
Don't donate, y'all.
And right now, we are approaching our most
Don't donate.
Rene Descartes' iconic quote, "I think, therefore I am," argued that if one was able to doubt their own existence, by necessity they must firstly.
Hold up. I want y'all to hear something because this is dealing with alchemy, y'all. Okay? Bear with me 1 second. And this is why I was laughing because Will Smith read this book, and I'm gonna give this to y'all. The Alchemist. If you read this book, through the whole book, it speaks about the Moors. Become your own personal legend. Your own. Become your own. That's why he played the movie I Am Robot. What's the I Am Legend? This is the fiction book, but this is the book, right? If you read this book, you wouldn't understand. But I want you to sit back and listen to Islam again and why they have to keep you away from Islam. Oh, they was terrorists, brother. The only thing you hear about Muslims is they terrorists. Hold up.
Exist. His method used doubt as a central tool to prove the existence of a self would shift the Western philosophical landscape and facilitate the inception of modern philosophy. But what if Descartes was beaten to this mode of philosophy much earlier? In the 11th century, a Persian scholar from Tus roamed through the far-reaching lands of the Seljuk Empire, dragging himself through a distressing yet profound existential episode.
Like the Alchemist,
Just
don't
as it is with Cartesian skepticism, he began his reflections by questioning all of his beliefs, destroying and reconstructing the claims of others, which at once acted as a source of dynamism or despair for many philosophical
Oh, they trying to play
movements.
me.
This version of doubt would function as the catalyst for an unprecedented medieval intellectual paradigm. Firmly attached to this revolution of thought would be the name of the most famous academic of his age, Al-Ghazali, the intellectual proof of Islam, or the bane of the philosophers.
My philosophy on the
Abu Hamid Muhammad bin Muhammad al-Ghazali was born in 1058 CE into a poor but deeply pious family.
oh, look at those brothers.
From childhood, al-Ghazali's inquisitiveness and unquenchable thirst for comprehension of reality stood unmatched, often being scolded by teachers for asking too many questions and engaging in debate.
sound like
Al-Ghazali's passion is recalled in a story where, as a student, he once encountered highway robbers.
Can I tell you something? Can I say something with y'all real quick? My boy was in law school in Texas, right? I swear to God, I never remember he came home, right? And he went to law school because of me. His name is Alvin. Anybody from Philly know he's Alvin. I think he was trying to run for some type of political office now. He was in there, right? So he comes home and he said, they would not like you in my class, Sabir, because you will ask too many questions. See, they don't want you to ask questions, but y'all ask me questions. See, if I'm sitting in a room with somebody, I'm going to question the teacher. And he was telling me that they would not want me in the classroom because I would ask questions. So it made me think about him. His name is Alvin Ross. You can look him up. That's his name, Alvin Ross, before he went to law school in Texas. He would come home and he would always, because we lived right across the street from one another in Philadelphia, he would say, man, they wouldn't want you in the classroom because you would question the professor. And he's right, because I would know more than the professor and would tell the professor he's professing to know something. That's a fact. His name is Alvin Ross. If y'all look him up, attorney Alvin Ross. Okay, let's move forward.
They searched his bags and robbed him of his possessions. He begged that they at least spare his study notes. The leader of the bandits laughed in his face and asked, "Young scholar, what good can all this knowledge be if it was so easily taken from you.
Woo!
Later recounted as the best piece of advice the young Al-Ghazali received. From then on, he never failed to memorize all
I
that
just
he
tell
wrote,
you, brother.
so it couldn't be taken from him. Indeed, Al-Ghazali...
What did I just say, RC? Didn't I say I don't write stuff down? I have to memorize everything in my head. But if something triggers me, I could remember exactly what it was. Didn't I just say that in the beginning of this video? Now be with me.
Yeah.
blossomed as he studied at the prestigious Nizamiya Institute in Nishapur, ultimately resulting in his teachers being outshone by him, but also praising his breadth of knowledge as a sea one could drown in. Al-Ghazali's journey entailed teaching at the greatest institutes of Baghdad, under the patronage of the Grand Sultan himself. His works would catapult him into fame, as they predated modern thought experiments and theories, like the trolley problem and ideas about infinity. Famously, he would stand as both a rational and spiritual icon against a charge brought against religious adherents even today. Before the age of 20, Al-Ghazali complained of people's passivity and gullibility in accepting the beliefs of elders with no research or critical thought. He witnessed that for many, religious, scientific, and philosophical beliefs were merely a product of environment and upbringing. Despite the rationalism in the works of Ibn Sina and Al-Farabi dominating during his working years, today it is common to think of religious people as blind followers. But those who were most guilty of conformist ideology for Al-Ghazali were actually the Falasifa or the Neoplatonists of Aristotle, Ibn Sina, and Al-Farabi. After being praised by the Neoplatonists themselves for his grasp on philosophy with the publication of his Aims of the Philosophers, Al-Ghazali's repudiation for credulity climaxed in the release of his popular text, The Incoherence of the Philosophers. In it, he specifically targets 3 of 18 metaphysical propositions, naively taken from the Greeks, which, for him, were permeated in gross error, even by the Neoplatonists' own standards.
You still see that video, bro?
Has
crazy.
The universe always existed? Explored earlier in our series, Al-Ghazali vehemently rejected the notion that, along with God, the universe has existed forever. This idea espoused by Ibn Sina that God did not create the universe in time, as it would entail God changing his mind, fallaciously making something within God contingent, is criticized by Al-Ghazali as merely an unproven assumption. For Al-Ghazali, time and the universe was created by Allah through an eternal decree, which means that God essentially always existed without the universe and had the will to bring the universe into being, independent of time. One way the Neoplatonists responded is that this would make God's choice arbitrary. Why exactly would God delay or bring forward the creation of the universe without an explanation? But for Al-Ghazali, this is exactly what eternal will is. Consider a man with the free choice to eat one of 2 equally succulent and tasty dates. If we, as humans, could do this arbitrarily, Al-Ghazali asks, what would stop God from making seemingly arbitrary decisions? In fact, it is arbitrary will in the first place that allows God to be a completely free agent.
Here are 3 of the worst ways to learn how to trade, and why most people won't achieve the profit.
Humans, on the other hand, make choices which seem free, but are ultimately determined by external, sometimes uncontrollable factors. Additionally, Al-Ghazali notices a double standard for the philosophers. Could one not ask why God decided to make the universe with the exact properties it has? Could he not make it colder or warmer, bigger or smaller? If arbitrariness is allowed there, it is the same with the creation of the universe in time. To top it all, Al-Ghazali argues that the Neoplatonists commit themselves to fallacies of infinite regress, especially when presenting the universe as eternal, something they wish to avoid in the first place. This is an objection that remains popular even today. Another proposition Al-Ghazali attacks in The Incoherence is the claim that God is only aware of universals, not of particular matters. In that time, one way of doing metaphysics was to split reality into universals and particulars. For instance, there is the universal notion of man, which entails the non-specific and ideal concept of man. And then there are particular instances of men that contain specific qualities, like being short, tall, skinny, fat, and so on. For the Neoplatonists, God is unaware of particular people in times and places, such as you or me, but only knows of the universal Platonic person, which is independent of space and time. In this way, the Neoplatonists protect God's eternal knowledge by stating that it is not subject to temporal or spatial change like the human's is. Al-Ghazali might have simply stopped at the statement that such ideas contradict clear scriptural verses, as any old cleric might. Yet he demonstrates the limitation in the philosopher's argument systematically, by expressing that change in the nature of knowledge does not necessarily entail change in the essence of the knower, as the philosophers wrongly presume. God can have knowledge of particulars, and his knowledge could constantly change, with his essence left unscathed. In the effort of trying to preserve God's majesty, the Neoplatonists strip him of the essential attributes of power and knowledge, reducing him to the status of the dead. Finally, Al-Ghazali refutes the Neoplatonic claim that bodies will not resurrect on the Day of Judgment, an orthodox Muslim belief, and that only the human soul persists, to which he simply claims they make no conclusive argument for. This was a matter of the truth of scripture, not one of science, since science cannot comment on matters beyond death. In this way, Al-Ghazali maintained the healthy epistemic differences between religion and empirical sciences, whilst also demonstrating the inconsistencies of the falasifa. Logically possible matters of the ghaib, or the unseen realm, were to remain with literal scripture as the authority, while other knowledge could validly be scrutinized either empirically or rationally. To Al-Ghazali, the philosophers wrongfully overestimate their rational and empirical abilities. Since the scripture clearly affirms the resurrection of the body, and the fact that bodily resurrection is logically possible, the philosophers are left with no choice but to accept it at face value, and have no reason to reduce scripture to simple allegory. It is crucial to note that Al-Ghazali was not against the general field of philosophy itself. Rather, he considered the instrument of logic to be paramount,
Hey, Sabir.
and even worried that the impression of certainty derived from a field.
Yes, brother.
I wanted to know if you could go back to that point real quick. So was the point, and I think it was like maybe a couple of seconds ago, and it was talking about the Greeks, the Romans, and the Persians, and the influence that they had with each other, and the pretty much the sharing of knowledge that they did. And I wanted to know if you could speak to that a little bit more.
This is the thing. I'm not even doing this. This is a Zoom class I'm going to be doing. I'm just giving y'all this so you can research, and hopefully y'all join the Zoom, because I'm only dealing with a limited time, brother. And people been asking me why have I been cutting my videos down. I don't even want to go an hour, and I'm almost up at an hour. And this is the thing. Like it's like me, brother. Like in my crazy head, it's this is not for everybody that's on here. I'm gonna be real with you. It's not. They can't even comprehend this, brother. And I'm not disrespecting anybody, but in my crazy head, as I sit back, if you can literally have a camera with me, bro, and just like film it. Like I remember Chris said, you need to have a camera with you all the time, brother. Just because my brain is like, I don't write stuff down. It's like, okay, it's something in me. And growing up, like even losing my son and losing my mother, I got help on the other side, brother. Some people think that's crazy. See, I used to argue with Muslims because I was in Sunni Islam. I'm just Muslim. And they would say, brother, the hereafter. I will always say to Muslims, what do you mean the hereafter? Mean here and after? Because you didn't say afterlife. So this whole notion of what he's saying is that he's challenging these people. I don't want, it's like with me, brother, for me to go in here and go in, nah, let's have a Zoom class on it. We can go for 5 hours with this. But people got to start backing it. So this is for you to do your research, because people, what they do on here is they want to hear me explain all this stuff, right? Then they do a video, then they turn around and, it's, come on, bro. We got to do better. So my thing is like,
you would just be regurgitating the information.
I know that. But get the books. I'm giving you the sources, right? Now it's up to you. Now, how did I find it? It ain't somebody gave it to me. No, I had to go find this research. I had to travel to go get this research. I'm sitting with people in crazy countries.
Okay, right. So my thing is, what I'm saying is, so once we get the books and we do the traveling, which I've done both, is like, if we not having a conversation about that afterwards, then what's the point of it?
That's what I'm saying, though. This is what I said.
What
again,
we doing with the information?
When I did my classes, right, there's a particular book I have, and I told everybody to get it. My brother Dre, that's on this feed every day, the brother from Kenya, he brings the book to the class. So you have that set up. You follow me? Like, I'm not, and I told my elder Hanif, and I love my brother Hanif Shabbat. I said to him, he's 60-something years old, and I said to him, he get mad at me because I said that. But anyway, he's my elder. He's my big brother. He asked me some questions as I was walking yesterday. I have a life too, people. I have problems, issues, and all that too, just like y'all. But I shared with him something with me. I said, brother, live your life, bro. I said, listen, because he asked me something about the Moorish Science Temple, more something he said. I said, dude, I don't care what you say you are. I don't care none of that. Live your life like real rap. I'm not worrying about all this other stuff. I'm not in nobody's bag, nobody's club, nothing. But if you really want to, we will all come together. Just like Jews, Europeans, and everybody else say, yo, we will put this up and make it happen. I just live my life, bro. You don't even know what I be going through. I know everybody's problem. I know about you. I know, but everybody don't say, yo, brother, are you okay? You follow me? So it's a lot. I'm being real with you. It's a lot that I'm dealing with. I just make it look good, because if you really study this information, bro, and live it, this is why I said study The Alchemist. Stop, because what we're looking for, brother, and I'm giving it to you every single day, it's in us. What we're looking for is in us. So if we sit back, turn off, stop trying to have car notes and mortgage, nigga, that's stressing you. I'm be real. I can't speak for everybody else. I'm going through some stuff right now of losing my son, bro. Like, real right, I go through this every night. And I'm a man. I sit back and cry sometimes, bro. I lost my mother and my father. I didn't cry as much as I do now. You see what I'm saying? So I'm going through things that I'm like, look, life, but I understand being in Islam. From a law we come from and a law we return to. So I can't get too upset. In the physical, I'm upset with that. But I know he's always with me. You see what I'm saying? Like, I can't deal with everybody else's problems. You follow me? So that's what it is right now. So if I'm giving this to you, you go do your and help you. It's your salvation. I'm just here to give it to you. So when I'm presenting this information to people, I'm saying, look, have you ever heard of it? Okay, now go get it. I'm not asking you to come over with me. I said, let's all come together, right? And then have this conversation on it. That's all I'm saying. But I'm seeing it. And I'm really holding things back because I really want to snap and be like, yo, y'all don't still get this yet. So research these people. If I'm sitting up 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning and I'm like, damn, this is crazy. I don't even know if I should say this. I don't know if I should bring this up. You see what I'm saying? I don't know if I should bring this up because it's really hard. It is very, very hard to deal with this, bro. And to really get it to our people. I understand the conditioning. You see what I'm saying? I don't know if I should bring this up. You got to turn something down, my brother. We have been conditioned. And again, I am one that say I've been colonized. I said that many times. Many times when I went overseas, I said I'm colonized. But your mindset, this thing here, man, is a motherfucker. And you got to rearrange everything and see things totally different. I'm arguing with a brother online and in the class yesterday. He said the Arabs, and he kept going back, and we keep repeating the same thing about Arabs, this and the white Arab. There is no such thing as white Arabs. These people are us. They're us. So bear with me. And when I present this to people, I'm like, here it is. I'm giving it to you. Go research him. Al-Kindi. These people are Muslims, but they make Islam negative. We all was taught this. We all was taught that Muslims was terrorists, but yet everybody sits back and study Islam. All of these things come out of Islam, from shampoo to ice creams to sherbet to the medical field. All this is Islam. It's all Islam. I didn't go to the military to get finance. I didn't go to the university to get none of that. This thing is real, and this is what these cats have been doing. And what they have done, they studied us. They're sitting back studying us, and we're repeating what they're teaching. This is why the black teachers are the way they are. Because I'm the type of person that will question the professor inside the school. You won't, because you want the paper. Not understanding that you, the Moors, are the ones that taught the world. We taught the world. Okay? Somebody said, they said, come back to Christ. I am Christ. Don't play with me, bro. I am Christ. I'm the Christos. I don't go to no man. I worship no man but one. No man but one. Okay? Did I answer your question? And Christ means to be anointed or the light. I am Christ.
I got a question. I got a question, brother.
One question. This ain't the question and answer with Sabir Bey, but one question. I told you I do class. Sign up, okay?
No. I look. I've been watching for a while, so I'm on. You already know I'm on your side. But since somebody just made the statement about the Christ thing, right?
Yeah.
My thing is the people that's so wrapped up, because I take what you say. I've been studying you for years, bro. I also do my own cross referencing. What I'm saying is, why do people, they go to God, they keep talking about this God thing, but it's like God is a Greek word.
It is Greek word.
And it don't lead to our ancestors. It's like it don't lead back to who you truly are. So why do you keep talking about what somebody else do on to you or us?
But this is, brother, this right here, it's been conditioned. You know how you train an animal when it's little? The animal is not going to attack you, bro, until it get agitated or irritated, right? When it get older. But when you train a person from 12 years, from kindergarten, right? Which means kind of a garden. When you train a child from kindergarten to 12th grade, they obedient. When you get off that conveyor belt, you become a problem. And this is what they were doing. When you start questioning, this is why they would kill philosophers. This is why, if you study history, they would kill philosophers. Anybody that think outside of this. Do you think I didn't see all these dudes? They would kill philosophers, bro. Hold up. They would literally kill them. So what happens? We like to follow the crowds. We don't think for ourselves, brother. None of these cats do. So what we do as a people, we follow crowds. Sabir don't follow crowds, bro. So when people say to me, well, Sabir, y'all trying to be like Arabs. No, be like Arabs. We are the original Arabs.
Yes, we are.
In Christianity, if you're an Arab that's a Christian, they say Allah, or they say Allahu Akbar. A Christian, a true Christian, not this modern Christianity, not that. I'm talking about the ancient Christianity. And this information is not being presented to our people, bro. And this is why we confused. It ain't Sabir that's doing it.
It's not you at all, bro. Another thing that gets me mad is, I learned this from you and Tariq as well a couple of years back. And I was at
make that clear, Taj, brother. If y'all don't know, he's talking about Taj Tariq Bey.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I am.
Not Tariq, Taj Tariq Bey.
Yes. So what I said was, there's grown people. It's not verbatim, but this is literally not literally, but somewhat of what you guys were saying. There are grown adults walking around labeling themselves as adjectives. Like, you're not knowing what a noun or an adjective is, and it's like you saying you're black, and it's like, yeah, that's an adjective. Black is not a people.
No, it's not. But they have to, dude. You cannot teach people any of this information. Why do you think? And it's like, you think they have not learned from those people? They have to educate you this way. They have to teach you this way.
That's facts, man. It's like, to realize I've been brainwashed, because I was just talking to an older gentleman the other day, and I was like, we all went through school at one point when they actually taught us the difference between adjectives and proper nouns. It's like they actually taught us this, and then somewhere along the line we just forgot about it.
Exactly. And this is,
That's, what I just said is a core reason why I dropped out of high school. I asked one of my teachers, I say, how do you know what you're teaching me? She said literally verbatim, I don't know. I go home, I go over the lesson, I get the answers out the back of the book, and I teach it to you. You're not teaching me anything at this point. I can go out here and learn something else.
So I'm the wrong guy. Like, I no disrespect to Dr. Kaba. Kaba was taught by them too. This is why Kaba has a responsibility. It's just like giving zakat, right? It's a responsibility. It's not that you give zakat, if y'all don't know, it's charity, right? In Islam. It's not that you want something. It's that it's your obligation. Not when you retire from something. I've never retired yet. Have you noticed that? I've never retired. I think it's 20 years, right? People be working for 20 years, right? I ain't retired yet, because you know what? There is no retirement. You can't stop me from saying what I'm saying. The only people that's try to stop you is black people that look like you and I. So,
and they scared of you. I just show multiple brothers your profile, and it's like, dude, my man been around people we really look up to. And I'm not talking about 80s and I'm a 90s baby. I was born 95, so I'm talking about kind of my era. I'm only 28, so I'm young for real, but I'm also wise. So I show these dudes, I'm like, my man been around all these dudes that we look up to, y'all, like in the industry, and they don't say nothing about this man, but they get up in front of these award shows, black this, black that, black. It's like, dog, y'all
never mention my name, brother.
Never mention me.
Never. Why would they? And this is why when I talk, I raise Taj up. And I've done stuff with Kaba, Smalls, Leonard Jeffries, you name it. I did it with all of them. But the key is, brother, they don't want this. So when people talk about the attitude of why he's the way he is, that's why. Because I know them better than y'all think I do. I just don't bash them. But you can't say that you're a professor and you're a doctor and you don't understand the difference between an adjective and noun, and you trying to justify or co-sign with somebody because somebody give you $500. That ain't no damn money. I walked away from $4,000 or $5,000. I walked away from $80,000 because it's my principles and my morals, bro. That's what it is.
And honestly, your actions have shown that throughout the years. I was on here probably a couple of weeks ago, and it was a guy that was just pressing you out about your age. And I'm like, man, you just don't know. This brother been out here for years. Like I said, I'm young.
My son will be 27, brother. Like, if my son was here, he'd be 27. He got killed at 22. You follow me? So I feel, it's real, brother. And then again, people say, well, what about the young people? If people really cared about these young people, y'all will put money up and we will have these conversations. When they don't. What people are doing, brother, they are benefiting. I don't get funded from the military or retirement from a school. I don't get that. I could have done all that. But when you sit back, brother, you really look at what this is, you be like, nigga, that's bull.
It is. Like I'm located in DC, and when I tell you that, man, it's so crazy. It's not even people that's my age that's probably out here doing all the wild stuff. It's the youngins. And the thing that makes me mad is, I seen videos about these, you got dudes in the hood that rap. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you. You got, like, where I'm from, you got dudes in the hood that rap and will make a video on YouTube and saying dumb shit like, man, shit, I get one of my young niggas to slide. Shit, they only going to serve this amount of time. And it'd be like, bro, that's the type of OGs we got now.
That's what's going on, bro. Like the older cats, when I was growing up in Philly, they say, stay away from this. Don't do this, yo, bro. Like, it's weird. Like, when you really see this, and I was in DC, I walked down, it's great cut off on Instagram, y'all. So please come to my YouTube channel. The crazy part is, right, I was in DC walking down where the convention center at. I don't know if you saw that video when I said I was walking down and I said, peace to a brother. This is how messed up we are, and we got to change it. I don't walk with security, bro. I walk with the law. So the dude said, I said, peace, brother. You know what this guy told me? He said, fuck your peace. Fuck your peace.
And I believe it wholeheartedly.
I'm a Philly dude. Like,
and that's exactly how they act down here.
You follow me? But you can't blame them. You see what I'm saying? We can't blame them. We have to blame the establishment. We have to blame our people. Seriously, we have to blame these black scholars that claim they're fighting for our people. You know what I mean? We got to blame these pastors in the churches or these ministers in the churches. We got to blame them, bro. I'm going to tell you, because before my son got killed, my son said to me, Dad, if these people are doing all this corruption, why should I even follow any of this? This is what my son told me. Again, my son, if he was alive, he would be 27. So when you really sit with these young people, understand, because it's really no different, because we all in this together. All this older thing, you know, younger thing, nigga, you ain't 15 or 12 years old. We are all in this. We all grew up. It could be 80s, 90s, whatever. We all are in this together. You follow me? This is why and again, and if you study African culture, the old set with the young. That's how we were. There was no, this European set back because he don't stop. He don't stop at all. Everybody got X. Am I lying? Everybody got Twitter. Am I lying? It doesn't matter how.
One more time, please. That last thing you said the old people mess with the young, or some of that.
They set with them in Africa.
Okay, facts. And not just, and like I said, I mean, I know we lost our way, but I can admit to that, because even when I grew up, a lot of people say I have an old soul, and you know,
yeah,
I sat with a lot of my elders. I wish I could have sat with, you know, older ones, but you know, I sat with a lot of my elders, and what I see right now, and with my people, it ain't even, it's an issue with some of the elders, yeah, but now it's just like, man, what the hell are we doing as the 90s babies? Because the babies that's out here right now are our babies.
Yes. Yeah.
The ones with the girls that I was in high school with, and they was walking around pregnant, that's y'all kids.
Yeah.
So no, it's like, what the hell are we doing? It's like we just lost our way. For real.
I have a daughter that's 5. Every freaking day I wake up and be like, yo, I don't even know. She's my only girl. My son is 1. My daughter's 5. I'm literally trying to feel like, dude, I don't even want them to fudge here. It's crazy. But one thing they say is, at least they got a father like me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not that dude that say go get a good education, because I'll say travel the world. Take your money, right? Take the money that you would spend for college. Let them travel the world. Let them learn languages in every country. The money, listen, this is the weird part. The money that you spend on medicine here, go travel the world and just sit there. I'm dead serious. Just sit in these particular places. Go travel the world. That the money that you would spend, how much you get a student loan, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can go overseas and study abroad. But the crazy part is, we will take money. You will get in debt just to try to get into a certain field that you don't really want. This is why most people are miserable. It's not what you really want to do. So you get into something that you love to do. Obviously, this is what I love to do, right? And I should get paid for it. So it's my purpose. This is my purpose. It ain't nobody else's purpose. It's my purpose. You got to figure out your purpose. And if you do it every day, then that's your purpose. If that makes sense. If you love to do what you do every day, right? That's your purpose. But some people are not happy. Not even if you look at singers and rappers, they're not happy, bro. They're not
at all.
They're not happy. You know what I mean? Because you're getting ripped off some kind of way. When people got into music, bro, it was so somebody can hear you. Now, Whitney wasn't happy. Prince wasn't happy. Mike wasn't happy. If you look at all the rappers, all the people, they're not happy.
Well, I mean, of course, why would they come out or cry out to us as the people? Because they make songs. Like I keep telling people in this music industry, people that the artists, quote unquote, black artists, the ones that be having the most money and most attention on them, listen to some of their real music on their albums. They crying out for help.
They like crying out for help,
the most ignorant rapper right now for the youngest. It's I'm pretty sure you don't listen to this guy, but I'm pretty sure you may heard of this guy. But he's the young dude for all the youngest, and that's NBA Youngboy.
Yo, I seen him.
If you listen to the music, some of the real music, I don't like it. It's trash dummy music. Me and my brother.
No, but this is the thing about. Listen, this is the thing. If you listen to all his music, I'm not gonna knock them rules, because I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna tell you why. We got to get to them. Listen, this is the key, brother. They don't have the strong will, brother. Muhammad Ali was with who? Malcolm, right?
Right, right.
So we got to get to them. What it is, you have 3 or 4 people before you get to these cats. You follow me? Their intentions, they're not who they say they are. And this is why I love Kendrick Lamar. But Kendrick Lamar's circle is totally different. You follow me? Like, it's different. So now they have to take something like Kendrick Lamar's music. They not like us. I'm still trying to figure out who's the us. Who's the us? Who's not like us? Who? This is the new thing that the campaign people are using. So we have to get in with these dudes now. You follow me? People like us, but they say, no, we don't want this person. Let's get the person over here that talks about ancient black gods of Egypt and that.
Right.
You know what I mean? This is the people they're going to bring in. So like somebody just said something about Dr. James Smalls and Kaba. I love James Smalls. That's my G. But the thing is that you still have to check them when they're wrong. Period.
And it's hard. It's hard. Well, not for you. Not for you. It's not hard for you. But it's hard because, to be honest with you, I talk to, a lot of people just because, I'm out here and not no wild way. But, I just talk to a lot of people and I run across a lot of people that I assume that would not have this knowledge. And that's my fault because looking at how our people are, I'm assuming that my people don't have the knowledge when I come across them, but I run across a lot of people that have it. And I'm just trying to find out how can we get to the platform of talking to those people.
Just be consistent, brother. And this is why when you study Islam and Ghazali and all these people, be consistent. What it is, most people give up. Like there's a brother, and I'm going to get back to this because I want y'all to understand this Arab thing. This brother named Hakim Bey. Hakim Bey, he wrote these documents called the Moorish Paradigm. Nobody can find him. You know why? One, he had family issues. He walked away. And I was talking to my sister Taisha Lightfoot, and we were discussing how nobody's even still doing the same thing anymore. A lot of Moors walked away. It's only Taj and I, and I'm the most one that's on social media like this. Taj is not on social media like this. I'm the one that's been consistent, right? Ups and downs, ebbs and flows, but I understand. You follow me? So she was saying you have been consistent and never stopped. So what happens when they're in those rooms, brother, they will never bring Sabir Bey's name up. You know why? Like he said about him, they will be outshined, and that's what they don't want. They don't want to be outshined. It's not my intentions to do that. But if you're talking about being Christ-like, right? The light, the Christ light is not a person. It's you being the light in the dark room. So you can walk in with sunglasses and a hoodie on and your light will still shine. That halo behind Jesus, what the hell you think that was? It was the light or the sun. That's what they don't want. So they have to say, oh, he's this, he's that. And none of them have never disproved anything I said. And they can never set it up and disprove what I'm saying. They can't, because everything that I'm doing is either I researched it from multiple sources, right? And then I went to the places by myself. So what are you going to argue with me with? That's why I said I give them less than 5 minutes. See, I don't go to Wikipedia like my brother last night on Zoom. He wanted to go to, I said, dude, we're going to stop there, brother. You're too smart to go to Wikipedia. Well, what's wrong with Wikipedia? It's not a good source, people.
You can edit Wikipedia yourself.
You can. But this is why you have to memorize these things. And when you see me speak sometimes, it's memorized. Remember, they kept saying this is why the Quran had to be memorized. Let me show you my notes when I used to go to the radio station. I showed this before. These are notes, bro. I don't even look how old these things are. These were notes. When I used to go into the studio, I would never follow this. And I would write notes down just to remember things. Just notes. And never, ever follow any of this. Think about it. So it has to be already in you. And that was the
not fucking with my man, bro.
Huh?
I said, I ain't fucking with you, bro.
No, bro, they don't even realize, because what it is, they were like, that's why the brother, you notice my man jumped off the feed. See, this is the thing. You can test. I do things purposely, brother. I will test you. If I don't answer you, I'm going to jump off. Nope. Nope. I'm going to get off. You follow me? So this is what we do. We jump off. because I'm not here for your entertainment. I don't know who that is showing their feet, but I'm going to get rid of you. So let me move forward. So this is the thing, like, and again, host me. Now, I don't know who you are, family. We don't host no feed. Let me get rid of this feed. Nah. Kick from the studio. Yeah, you got to train your brain. That's what Kumo D said. Remember that song? You remember Kumo D, bro?
Yeah.
Kumo D, he said when he's talking about train the brain to main the outfoxia. Stop trying to come on my feed, fam. I'm going to keep kicking you off. So please, you should chill out because I'm not going to bring you on. All right. I'm going to show feet. Nigga, they ain't no say this ain't all right. See you later, Holmes. They must think this is what's that app, that new thing they got out, brother? What's that? It's not a porn app. What's that app? You know what I'm talking about.
The OnlyFans thing?
OnlyFans. Nigga, this ain't OnlyFans page. This ain't no OnlyFans page. Nigga think you on OnlyFans page or something. Like, nigga, get the hell out of here, dude. So listen, if y'all like this, please share this out. Please support. Give me 1 second, bro. This is what I do right here. I love this track right here. Right back, bro. Take this, y'all. Don't go to it yet. Share it out. Go to work, brother.
When I rock the mic, you got to like the way I operate. I make miracles happen just for rapping. I'm so lyrically potent and look and exploding all the scene. Mean, I got the potential to make it go chill. I got the credentials that is the potential to make a rap and chill. Then you know I will fulfill. Make a couple of mil and I build a guild for all the rappers to skill and kill the weak rappers with no frill. Hang him in effigy, FC the sucker. Hang him to the left of me, cause my right hand man is my mic stand and the microphone that I own, and my game plan to keep it at steady pace. Ain't no rush, it ain't no race. I'ma hit the top just when I wanna, and it's a matter of time, and I'm gonna, cause I know when to. Go ahead, enter the classic Moji rap that sent you running around, holding your head, asking your homeboy, yo man, you heard what he said? Another funky rhythm. Look at your man to give him a high five, cause I'm live, run around with him, telling everybody hanging out on the block, and time to wake up and check the block. Punches. I go for work. Like an architect, I build around sometimes and climb so erect. That straight look like Adam Park, electrons rolling in patterns, right now word after word. With these letters, it becomes visibly better. Cause my foundation built a nation of rappers, and after I came off the kitchen, I came to roam the land to own, stand alone on the microphone. That is home. So open the door, playtime is over. Time to go to work to show the suckers in the place to run their face. A taste of the base, who's the ace, start the race. I'm coming in first. With these verses, I build a curse. So rappers can't capture Moji's rapture. And after I have black and senseless. Whenever this rhyme goes, dependent, everything short, dependent. And when this rhyme is done, your mind will become so trapped in the rap. You love the number one, but you gotta wait. It takes time. I don't write, I build the rhyme. Draw the plans, strap the diagrams, and architect it.
This is my era of hip hop, baby.
Perfecting its plans, and when I'm done, renovate and build another one. I go through it.
Come on, y'all, let's share this out. Let's go. Go to work, baby.
Work like a boxer, train the brain and aim the output like a punch.
Look at this. Who just said about training the brain?
Work like a boxer, train the brain and aim to outbox you like a punch. My rhyme rocks you sometimes to knock you so hard and stop you dead in your track. So powerful before you can't get flat on your back. Down for the count, get up and dismount. Cause I'm coming with the net lift amount of rhymes in a hurry like a flurry. A collage, a camouflage, a power punch, but don't worry, knowledge is an antidote. I got hands and folk right now. But it's like I'm not hearing it, so you can't relate unless you're intelligent. Well, stay away, sleepwalking, slick talking. This in New York. Right, never shedding the way to say the mental state of the fan. You can understand my pen goes right in the rhyme and it's high as form. And I'ma drop it on you like a bomb. And when it explodes, I'll blow up. A few casualties, but though what against blow you, know you know I flow, I work.
Shit, train the brain, baby. We should bring this back on the radio. Let's go, let's go.
Rap is not working, ludicrous. Whoever said it must be new to this. When you hear me, you'll compare me to a prophet. I barely worth death for recreation. Each rhyme's a dissertation. You wanna know my occupation?
I get paid to teach the nation.
Paid to rock the nation. I go to work.
Yo, Kumo D was flowing with that mother. Listen, he said, train the brain to mainly outfox you. It's not about how much money you have. It's not about your prestige. It's not about none of that. So when you study these people and you understand, money doesn't make a man. It's free national standards that make a man. That's what it is. And that's what they fear, brother. That's all it is. And people don't want to admit that. But this is a book, brother. And if you get a hold of this book, I just showed you, this is the unknown Arabs. So to misunderstand the term. So remember I told you, people keep saying we keep trying to be Arabs. We are the original Arabs. We are. But when you study the history of the Arabs, because there's a lot of people, especially in the so-called Black conscious community, keep saying the Arabs, the Arabs. There was no such thing as the Middle East or Saudi Arabia people at a certain time. Did y'all know that? There was no Saudi Arabia, because that's what people believe that this stuff come from, right? Or the MENA, Middle East, North Africa. There was none of these things. All of these people were us. There are many Arab tribes. You know, you can do your due diligence, not online though, but you can do your due diligence. You take things back through your knowledge. There are many pure Arab tribes living in the western part of the modern Sudan. Did you know that, people? Yeah. In Chad, Nigeria, Cameroon. Oh, brother, no, but they the ones that came in and they didn't conquer nothing, people. Stop it. Stop. I told them, brother, if they have some facts, they can come on the feed and present their facts. And I hope y'all keep tweeting this out. Again, I can have this whole conversation later on, but I want you to do your research and your due diligence first. Okay? These tribes have the same name, look the same, and speak the same dialect, Arabic. Once was speaking to the Shawua Arab from Nigeria. I mean, if y'all know somebody from Nigeria, share this to them. Let's share this to somebody from Sudan. And the reason why a lot of people don't talk about this, bruh, is because they're going to get deported. They can never tell Black people this. Nah, they will get deported. So imagine me having a conversation with my brother who was from West Africa, from Nigeria. What's that boy name? Godfrey from Nigeria, right? He's from Nigeria. So imagine if he really want to have this conversation, right? So let's move forward. All right. I've done my due diligence. I think the only way is learning Arabic is to begin to research. Yeah, you got to go to the other countries too. It's better if you're in a particular country. You'll pick up that language very easily if you stay there long enough. But they can't have people studying none of this. None of it. They're the terrorists, bro. They're the terrorists. You got to understand, brother. They terrorists. Okay? They're the terrorists, brother. But let me give you another one. Y'all ready? So, are we sharing this out on X? Let's go. The Arabs have Andalus in Spain. There were also Arabs in Andalus in the southern part of Spain, which I'm always there. The Arabs of Andalus were the first to be enslaved and taken to America after their defeat in 1492, before the Europeans began to capture people from different parts of the area called Africa and taken to America. And they took the enslaved Arabs. Did y'all know that? I mean, y'all better do your research, big. It ain't hidden. It is not hidden from anybody. No, I don't know. You know what's crazy? When I come back to the United States, I F up. I don't even remember. Seriously, if I'm in Spain, if I stay there like for 5 or 6 months, I'll learn it or whatever. Once I come back to the States, it's a wrap. So the thing is that teach your children this. Teach your children this. It's not about us anymore, people. It's about our children. Like the brother said, it's about the young ones now. Tell the young ones, who are they today? So teach your children this. I told you, travel with your children, not just to the Bahamas or to Las Vegas to try to find yourself out here in California. Travel. We don't need to know that, brother, because you know. Hold up, I got some more. Bear with me. If I'm wrong about anything, y'all got time. The Arabs, these Arabs was captured by the Europeans. So I thought they was Europeans. I thought they was white people. My brother said they were Arabs. These Arabs was captured by the Europeans. So I thought they was Europeans. You gotta turn something down, brother. You got
My bad. I got you on two separate things, but I heard something you said about the young ones. I said I heard something you said about the young ones, and I wanted the people to hear, like you said, we got to teach them. So I got my daughter right here, right?
That's what's up.
What are you? Say it louder. What are you?
A war.
All right, finish eating your
the
cookies.
Young ones, who are they today?
I'm gonna come out and get my machine.
Yes, man. I'll be out there to play with you. Go ahead, brother. I'm gonna mute my mic. Go ahead. I just
Wow.
wanted you to hear that.
You follow me? So when you grab a child, right? This is the weird part. We always say things like, let them go to school, right? What are they gonna go to school and learn? So when you see me with my daughter say her skin is brown, she know who she is, right? My children, this is what you teach your children, because the first learning is coming from home, not the school teacher. Daycare, that's a daycare for most parents. When you're sending your children off to them, that's basically daycare. So they're not really being educated. I have a big family, brother. Like we all play with each other. Do that with your children. Sit down with your child and ask them the complexion of their skin and pick up something that's black. This is what they're afraid of. And this is what they didn't understand with him. Listen, this is the crazy part. Well, where do you go after when you're dead? They tell you 6 feet under, but yet hell is lower, right? But you 6 feet. Like, just think about the crazy stuff that they be telling people. This is insane. We're not even using our freaking brains anymore, brother. And this is why they're afraid of this conversation. When people say, let's make these platforms go bigger, y'all got to make them go bigger. It's not up to bear. You could put me in a room with any of them. Put me in a room with them. Just set it up. Pick a topic. Any topic. But we can't use Wikipedia. Okay? So let me show you a little bit more. What this brother he wrote a book. Let me show you another book that he wrote. This is another book. If you can find this brother, get this book too. Real Bad Arabs. Now, y'all hear me say, now, if you get this one, you'll get this particular book by the same dude that passed away. So let me ask y'all, have you ever heard of this book? It's Hollywood that what makes these things work. Hollywood has always made Arabs be the terrorists. In every movie that you see, Arabs is a terrorist. Am I lying? The Muslims, but they never say the Christian ones, right? They say always the Muslim ones. That's the terrorists. Always the Muslims. It's never the Christian Arabs. It's always the Muslim Arabs. So the same dude that wrote this book, where's it at? The same dude that wrote this book wrote that book, but not telling you the inventions of the Muslims. Not telling you the inventions that the Muslims invented. So any of these dudes, and I know y'all watching on the low, and y'all want to watch because you can pay attention to how many numbers are on here when I get off of here, brother. They're watching on the low, and they will never, because they're not men, to come to the feed and tell me that I'm lying, I'm wrong. This is inside the brother's book. I'm gonna send the book out to y'all if y'all need it. I could send it to you. Who exactly are the Arabs of the Middle East? That's the question. When I use the term Arab, I refer to the 265 million people who reside over there. So remember what I told you. Saudi Arabia wasn't Saudi Arabia until I think 1932. 1932. That's when you have what you have, the Saudi Arabia. We're looking over there as if they're the Arabs. Now go down. The Arabs have made many contributions to our civilization. You see that? Let me make sure y'all get this on the big screen. Everybody got it? Y'all get y'all teachers on here? Okay. Invented algebra, the concept of zero, the number system that you're using, chemistry, coffee, intellectuals. You think that these people don't study these people? Oh, yes, they do. So imagine being in particular places and understanding. Look at this. Astronomy, navigation, stars, maps. Why are you not being taught this in school? Come on. Gibraltar. How could you falter when you're the Rock of Gibraltar? Remember that? That was Tariq the Moor. Why are we not being taught this? And what they do, they speak of the Moors as if that's a separate group of people. No, the Moors or the Muslims are us. You don't even know what a Muslim is. Let's go a little further. I'm almost done, y'all. I'm on over my time, but hopefully y'all can get a gist of this, all right? Give me 1 second. I got another video I did want to show y'all, but give me 1 second. And these are his other books right here. Disciplining the stuff. Got to have discipline. The problem is over here, we don't have the discipline. Y'all think it's religion that you're dealing with. Okay? So if you want to have this conversation on who the Arabs are, let's set up a date and a time, and I hope you share this to all of them. Let's set it up. Make this go viral, okay? Let's go a little further about what the TV Arabs did. Look, Arabs are slavers. Look, this is in the TV Arabs. This is what the guy was writing at this particular time. Every one of your people, your information from Hollywood, one of these European teachers. Arabs are white slaveholders. Look, uncivilized rulers, right? All Palestinians. Now, remind you, this book was written in the 1980s, bro. 1980s, this book was written. Did you know about that? Let me give you the year. 1984, this book was written. Why we haven't heard about this book? 1984, the book was written. Right? Let's go a little further. Oh, you definitely know I'm going to come back with more soon as I get done. I'm almost finished. So if this book was written in 1984, where's the black scholars talking about the TV Arabs at? This is where y'all get your information from. Television, YouTubes. Got more. They receive information about the Arabs primarily from what? Motion pictures. Not even knowing that you the original Arabs, bruh. Not even knowing. Oh, them damn Arabs. Yeah, and you damn black people. You talk about somebody's culture vultures. Black people are culture vultures. You brag about how many degrees and how many cars you have from the same European. Okay? I'm almost finished. So when you dig deep into this information, it's mind-boggling, B. It's freaking mind-boggling. Give me 1 second. So this is what I do in my spare time. Let's go here. We tell you that television would have you believe that Arabs treat women. And where my brother at? Did you heard this before, right? Television would have you believe that Arabs treat women of their own kind harshly. Woo! This is what y'all be watching on television, baby. This is what y'all be watching. Okay? Not knowing that you're the original Arab. I could pick this whole history apart. And it's not just me reading books. Period. But I want y'all to do your own due diligence. They have to keep you away from this knowledge. They have to. Because once you got this out and this knowledge, brother, it's dangerous.
I had to mute it because I was laughing so hard, but man, if that's not a fact,
brother,
people think the Muslim man treat their women so harshly, and the crazy thing is, my brother-in-law, I don't know when he became a Muslim, but I know he is, right? And when he married my sister, she converted. Now, at the time, I didn't truly know what, that religion dealt with. Well, let's just fast forward and say he got another woman pregnant. No issue there. No divorce happened. But people try to make a fuss about it. But one thing I did know somewhat about that religion is that it's just like the men can have many wives.
Well, it depends. Let me clear this up. I don't agree with that. That's just my personal. I'm like Ghazali. Right? Mm-hmm. They say you can if you can take care of all of them. This is the thing. In this society, brother, and what I'm saying here in the United States, it's not good. It's not. So I don't even rock with it, bro. That's just my personal. But he's always been a Muslim. This is what people don't understand. You're already born a Muslim. You already submit to do the will of God. When you come into existence, you come into a what? A submission position. Okay? That's how you come. You're born a Muslim. It's not something that you join. It's not a club. It's not a clique. A Muslim means one who submits to do the will of God. That could be Christian, Muslim, Seventh-day Adventist, and Apostolic. It doesn't matter. The religion of Islam may be something different. So in Islam, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, I think it's 610, Muhammad said, this day I perfect Islam. And it wasn't as your religion, but it wasn't religion. Religion. And religion means to realign yourself back to your spiritual self. And that's what he was speaking on about the spiritual. It's a spiritual thing, brother.
Just like Jesus was speaking on the
that's
spiritual.
All Jesus was. But what happens, these Europeans study all of this and they take and they tamper with all of this. I got one more video I did want to share with y'all before we go. So if you love this content, please support this content, share this content. Let's have this dialogue. Okay? Seriously. But I have one more video I want to share with you, brother, that y'all need to look at. And I wouldn't be right if I didn't share this with y'all, but give me 1 second. If you want to have more dialogue on this, let me know. I may do a class tomorrow or later on, but hopefully y'all get something from this. But I want you to hear this one too before we go.
Situated at the critical junction between the Euphrates and Tigris rivers, Baghdad was a bustling epicenter of research, commerce, and culture. The medieval city, just now earning the title of the Caliphate's capital, attracted the brightest and most prestigious scientists and scholars in the known world, representing every major religion and belief system, communicating in almost every major language spoken at the time. In the 820s, one such scholar, a young Al-Kindi, traveled to the famed capital to complete his studies of Islamic law, philosophy, and logic. His time spent and experiences gained in the medieval multicultural metropolis would ultimately set the foundations for a diverse and eventful scholarly career. Exploring in lustrous prose, disciplines as disparate as meteorology to music, what Al-Kindi left for those who succeeded him was a rich and varied canon of philosophical and scientific insights, all of which would inspire more specialized experts in Al-Kindi's varied areas of interest to iterate and advance his inventive ideas into more complete theories. It is through this role as the inaugural pioneer of philosophical thought in the medieval Arab world that Al-Kindi earned his now synonymous title as the father of Arab philosophy.
Probably the most common question that I'm asked as a professor at Hillsdale is, what happened to my country?
Born and raised in the Abbasid Caliphate's former capital, Kufa, in the year 800 of the Common Era, Al-Kindi's father, Ishaq bin Sabah, the governor of Kufa, afforded his son many opportunities and connections. Al-Kindi, like many other medieval philosophers, scientists, and academics, was a child of enormous wealth and privilege, with his family heritage affording him even more prestige, tracing back to the reputable Kinda tribe. Facilitated by both his privilege and undeniable talent, Al-Kindi experienced a rapid rise in the ranks of the Abbasid Caliphate, where he prospered under three caliphs, namely Al-Ma'mun, Al-Mu'tasim, and Al-Wathiq, the former of which appointed Al-Kindi in the position of the head of the Bayt al-Hikmah, or the House of Wisdom, an intellectual multidisciplinary institution which doubled both as a forum for free discussion and state-funded research projects. Al-Kindi additionally became the personal tutor of the Caliph Al-Mu'tasim's son. Unfortunately, he would suffer under the policies of the fourth Caliph, Mutawakkil, who targeted many philosophers and non-traditionalists. While not much is known about Al-Kindi the man, there do exist a few accounts of his character. For instance, he is said to have had a great fondness for numbers and mathematics, frequently attempting to quantify abstract concepts such as beauty, poetry, and music. A few accounts also describe him as miserly and thrifty, labels not uncommon to the elites of the time. The majority of Al-Kindi's works were lost throughout history, yet approximately 242 of his texts survived. Al-Kindi's first major contribution involved overseeing the mass translation of works in the House of Wisdom and writing a plethora of commentaries on the works of the ancients. He and his colleagues would have routinely discussed and debated upon these for hours. His frequent contact with Greek works, especially those of Aristotle, allowed him to become familiarized with the philosophical rational process. That is, the use of objective principles built on self-evident premises to extrapolate conclusions about reality. If these core principles contradict each other, either in essence or in outcome, then they would be, in objective terms, erroneous. This mechanism of using core presupposed principles to arrive at truths about reality is known, in logic, as deduction. And while deduction as an instrument to derive truth seems as ancient as the Greeks to modern audiences, for Al-Kindi and his community, deduction was a novel curiosity.
I'm trying to tell y'all. So if you want to know what that's where my head is at with all of this. That's where my head is at. And I know some people couldn't comprehend that because I didn't go to their schools, bro. So I thank y'all. Don't go anywhere yet. I'm not finished. But if y'all want to leave a tip, you can at Cash App or PayPal, or we can have this conversation on any platform, but I can't keep doing it for nothing, y'all. So I appreciate y'all so much. I didn't want to be on here that long, but please, that's Al-Kindi right there. Look him up. Sit back with your children. Let your children study these people. You know what I mean? Let your children study them. All right. But take and share this out. My information is right there. SabirBayRadio@gmail.com. I gotta get ready to go. But I thank you, bro. Don't go nowhere yet. Gotta go. He social peace, brother. Peace, brother Tariq. Y'all baby later on.
Peace, brother.
Keys, baby. Peace, keys, baby. Go. We're almost there, baby.
Yeah. You know, we're so close. See, I can taste it. I know all our dreams, we can taste it. We almost there. Yeah. Yeah. Just one more step. Come on, baby. Yeah. 'Cause we're almost there. No matter how hard it may seem, don't give up on plans. Don't give up on dreams. No broken bridges will turn us around. 'Cause what we're searching for will soon be found. 'Cause we're almost there.
Gotta go, gotta
One
go,
more
gotta
step.
go.
Just one more step. Don't give up. We're almost there. Oh.
Peace.
Almost done. Gotta great go, y'all. Hope y'all enjoyed this. Please tweet it out 1,000 times.
All right.
Peace, bro. Watch the replay, y'all. From Spirit Bay YouTube. Subscribe and share.
One more step. Come on, baby. Yeah. We're almost there. Don't give up the land. Don't give up the rings. No broken bridges can turn us around. Got what we're searching for. Almost there. Just one more step.